Today I'm going to show you how to make this delicious chicken curry. And it's really simple to make. There's no marinating, no paste, no blenders, no bones. This is the kind of curry I cook when I don't want to think too much. Now let me show you how I make it. Oh, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you like my content. Place a pan over medium-low heat and add oil. Once it's hot, add green cardamom pods, cloves and a cinnamon stick. Next, I'm going to add some curry leaves. These are totally optional, but they taste great, so if you can get them, they're well worth it. Then add cumin seeds and cook for just a few seconds or until they start to brown. Now I want to talk about onions, which is what we'll add next. I said this curry is simple, and it is, but you've got to allow a bit of time. You'll still be done in less than 45 minutes, but we definitely aren't doing curry in a hurry here. And most of that time goes in cooking the onions. You've got to cook them low and slow until they turn a lovely golden brown. You can't rush it. If you try to brown your onions quickly by cooking them on a high heat, they will burn and taste awful. And if you don't cook the onions enough, then you won't get that deep, rich flavour you want from a curry like this. After about 7 to 8 minutes, the onions should be soft and a very light golden colour. Now it's time to add the ginger paste, garlic paste and fresh green chillies. Next, add some water. This will cool the pan down to ensure the ginger and garlic paste don't burn while you continue to cook the onions. After another 10 minutes or so, the onions should be golden brown like they are here. Ground spices next. Coriander, cumin, chilli powder and ground turmeric. Again, go in with a splash of water. Same principle as before really. Reduce the temperature of the pan to allow the spices to cook to release their full potential without them burning. Cook for 1 or 2 minutes or until the water is evaporated and oil starts to separate from the mixture. Now add fresh tomatoes, which I've just skinned. Cook for 3 to 4 minutes or until all the liquid has evaporated and oil starts to separate from the mixture. I've added a tablespoon of tomato puree next, only because at this time of year my tomatoes are quite bland. If you have very flavourful ripe tomatoes, then you can just leave the tomato puree out. If you are using it, then cook the mixture for a further 2 minutes. Now turn the heat to medium-high and add the chicken. Fry for around 10 minutes or until the chicken is seared on all sides. Now add salt and hot water. Cover with the lid and continue to cook for another 15 minutes or until the chicken is done. Now it's time to finish the curry, and this is where we build the final layers of flavour. First, remove the stalks from the fresh coriander, dice finely and add to the curry. Then add garam masala, freshly ground black pepper, sugar and a good squeeze of lemon. Put the lid back on and cook for a further 2 minutes just to allow all those final flavours to sink in. Now all that's left to do is add yoghurt, which I've just watered down a little, and a big handful of fresh coriander. Now give it a final mix, then serve with rice, naan, a piece of buttered bread or whatever takes your fancy. Enjoy!